hopefully with people coming into the United States, we are re-educating ourselves a little bit more, and you can see it expanding out.
Yes.
Yeah, so much so, and that's the bottom line, is to get a healthy people. Yeah, that's great. So my next question that I want to bring in is about, are there any other uses for homeopath?
Well, my favorite is acute care.
Oh.
Because with homeopathy and acute care, it's almost cookbook. There are certain things that you do for certain conditions. So you before had mentioned burn on your skin and wondered if Arnica-Montana is the famous remedy, and that actually is what this is, this little pellet. And if you are injured, any acute injury where you have bleeding, bruising, any of that, this will help. If you take it, it helps with pain. If you know you're going to surgery, pre and post surgery, great remedy to take before.
Okay.
It decreases your bruising, your bleeding, and anytime you bleed or bruise, it hurts, which is what blood's purpose. If it's not in the right place, it should hurt because it tells you have a leak. I mean, that's kind of fun how our body works that way. So that's a wonderful thing. Or if you overdo it, going skiing and you didn't stretch out and prepare, and you know how those squats feel the next day and you're sore.
Yes.
You take Arnica before you ski or you run a marathon, be helpful.
That's a great idea. My husband has back problems, and he golfs. So he was always taking an Advil prior to. This would be a great solution to that.
It might help that if it's acute injury. You know, it's the one where Arnica works best if it's something that you just overdid it and you kept doing it anyway. So the marathon runner, at least the marathon runners I know, which I never was a marathon runner, so, but they will run, they always say they can run well, they hit a wall, they run through it, and they feel fine when they're done. They actually feel energized, most of them, but they say the next day or two, they feel like the Mack truck ran over them, they're all bruised up.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's the sensation. So if they would take Arnica before they ran, and then they repeat it when they finish, they'd be fine. And in fact, I had a colleague, we shared offices for a while, and she didn't believe that homeopathy would do anything. So I said, here's your very own Arnica. Now you take it right before you run and take it when you're done. And then I saw her 2 days after her last marathon. She said, I believe you now, Kim. I have absolutely no pain. It's never happened in all the marathons. So now she uses it. So she does believe Arnica. I don't know if she believes all the other things, but I don't care. Arnica helps her run and feel better.
Right.
So you can use it for that. I've seen it take bruises away, like hit your head and you have the goose egg. I've watched the bruise go down.
Wow.
I know, without the ice. I mean, it just goes right down.
Yeah. And you had mentioned the way that you take it. You don't take it with water, you just put it right on your tongue, you had mentioned.
And you don't usually, this is our show and tell one,
Right.
But you don't usually put it in your hand because your hand had something else in it, so it has other energy. So you usually take it from the cap and just dissolve it on your tongue.
Sure.
So kids can take it, actually babies. Now babies and dogs usually have to touch it. It still works. I was over at my nephew's and their little dog has, it's a little pincher and it blew a disc. So it's been on prednisone. And it's in pain. It's like hunched up like an old lady back, or, you know, kyphotic, we'd say. And it's just squealing, and it was really sad, and they can't give any more prednisone. They got another drug, tramadol, didn't work. And it made it worse. And the poor dog's screaming, they're like, we have to put it down. I said, well, what is it like? Well, any movement hurts. So I said, when they have twins, when they had their twins, I gave them a little kit of remedies for their, because you can always use them with kids, they're great. I said, well, give her some bryonia. So we did that.
Okay.
And within 10 minutes, she was walking straight. Lasted for 4 or 5 hours. And we gave it to her in peanut butter because she wouldn't take pills. I actually have a dog who will take hers when she needs it. She licks it off. If she doesn't need it, she won't lick it off. But
so this one you gave peanut butter
and the pill right in it. And she took it all, and she was better for 4 or 5 hours. And then in the middle, I think they just gave her a dose in the middle of the night. She woke up crying, and they gave her another one, and she was fine. So they could treat her with bryonia for a while, and she might heal the disc. I mean, she probably needs more than that, but that certainly helped the acute issue.
Right.
That's where homeopathy does really well.
Yes. And you can't tell a dog to not like it or like it. And within 10 minutes.
Right. They don't have placebo effect.
Yeah.
They don't.
No, not at all.
So that's kind of fun. Nor do babies. Babies don't either.
No.
Crying babies when they're teething, you know, chamomilla, 30C homeopathic, which you can buy like this, you know, at Fresh and Natural or Sassafras or some of the local stores that have remedies. Give them that, makes them right better. Because they want to be held or they don't want to be held, that cranky teething kind of look to it, that's a chamomilla. There's other teething remedies, but that's a big one that's common.
Yeah.
Really irritable.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, now this gets me back to my next question that I want to ask you about. Let's say I go into a regular doctor and he's doing this and this and this and he's recommending a certain thing, but then I'm not really feeling comfortable with what he's saying that I need to do. Do I need a doctor's referral to come to you?
No, you can self-refer.
Okay.
Because I'm fee for service, and if you want to submit to your insurance, some of them have covered, and then I can code the bill. So that means you pay cash for me, because it's too hard for me to do insurance things. And we're not so enlightened yet to know that we should.
Yes. That's why we're doing Knowledge for Wellness, so that they will get educated.
So that's right. So yeah, so we can use that, so you can just come. And then you can decide, because really, as a person, you should decide what's best for you.
Exactly. And to have the choices.
Yeah, you have choices. Because you'll know. Sometimes your gut will tell you, oh, this is not a good thing for me. I shouldn't do this.
Yeah. And I know that there was a situation that I went in and I talked to my doctor and I just sat there and he had left and the door was open and he walked back in and he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Not really. I'm really not." And so we kind of talked a little bit and I said, "I just need to digest this. I need to go home, I need to think about it, I need to make some choices." And I have that right to do that, and I don't have to do, I know he's advising me, but yet the choice is my final decision.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And I know that I'm doing a lot more research on myself, so.
Well, and you have so much available now if you go on the internet. There's so many things. And in fact, when I in primary care, people would bring in things and I wouldn't know as much as they knew about because they had just researched it. And of course, when it's your issue, it behooves you to know as much as you can or have a good friend that does that for you.
Yeah.
One way or another, because it's your body. We only get one this lifetime.
Yeah, that's
better do the best with it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm afraid that we've run out of time, so I want to thank you so much again, and we'll have to have you back for even more to educate the viewers. So,
thank you, Tina, for having me.
Yeah, it's been great. Okay. Please be sure to tune in again for other shows of Knowledge for Wellness to enhance your overall understanding. And visit my website at www.knowledgeforwellness.com and let us know where you saw the show. And I hope we have provided you with more knowledge to benefit you and your loved ones. And what a great day for knowledge on bringing good health to life with Dr. Lang. Thank you. Okay, until next time, be well and goodbye. Thank you again.
Thank you.
It's been great.
It's a pleasure.
Over time you've healed so much in me, and I am living proof that although my darkest hour had come, your light could still shine through. And at times it's just enough to cast the shadow on the wall. Though I am grateful that you shine your light on me at all. Who am I that you would love me so gently? Who am I that you would recognize my name? Lord, who am I that you would speak to me so softly? Conversation with a love most